Hi everybody, David Chesworth here. It's time for another Fitness Friday. And today we're going to talk a little bit more about functional movements. Movements that involve moving your own body weight. Those are getting more and more popular these days, and I think rightfully so. I think it's important to be able to move your own body weight. So we're going to focus on two particular upper body exercises today, the push-up and the pull-up, and progressions to move from an easier version of each to a more challenging version of each. So first off, we're going to start off with the push-up. So if you have a countertop or a tabletop at home, or you're at the gym and you have access to a Smith machine, you could start with the push-up by having your arms shoulder width apart. You want to make sure your body's in a nice straight line, shoulders, hips, and ankles are in a nice line, your hips aren't forward, your butt's not back. What you're going to do is you're going to lower your chest down towards the bar and press away. Down towards the bar, press away. If you want to get more challenging, if you have access to the Smith machine, you can lower the bar closer to the ground. The closer you get to the ground, the more challenging the push-up becomes. Once you get to a point where that gets too easy, you can do a push-up on the ground from your knees. And just like on the Smith machine, we want to make a nice straight line. Shoulders, hips, and knees are in a straight line. Our butt's not up, hips aren't sagging. And same thing, you lower your chest and hips down towards the ground, press back up. Chest and hips down towards the ground, press back up. Once that starts to get too easy, you can go up onto your toes, adds more weight for you to resist, so all the way down and back up, down and back up. Another thing that you can do when trying to progress from one different push-up to the other is you can do something called a negative. Now a negative is just moving as slow as you can against gravity. So from the high push-up position, you'll just simply go down towards the ground as slow as you can. Resist, resist, resist. And then you can get back up and do another negative. So again, the negatives are good. If you're unable to do a more difficult version of the push-up, the negative is going to help you get to that next level. Alright, moving on to the pull-ups. The first thing that you could do for pull-ups is if you are at a gym and have access to a lat pull-down machine. These are very, very common machines to have at a gym. First, you want to make sure that the machine's nice and set. My feet are flat on the ground, knees are at 90 degrees, got this nice little leg rest. And the important thing is that your arms or your hands are equidistant apart from each other. And when doing this, I like to lean back a little bit, keep my eyes up on where the pulley meets the machine, pull that bar down to the top of my chest, and back up. Down to the top of my chest, and back up. Now this machine works the same muscles that you work when you're doing a pull-up. So the next progression, once you get good at the lat pull down, if you have access to one of these bands here, or some gyms also have the assisted pull-up machine that you could use and adjust the weight to make it easier, you could start there to start getting used to pulling up your own body weight as opposed to just machine weight. So if you had access to one of these bands, you pull it down, put your foot in it. You could have a friend help you put your foot in it. And this is going to help assist you lift your body weight as you do a pull-up. So as you pull up, that band will help you. You go for days with this thing. Once you start getting good with that, you can abandon it entirely and move on to the actual pull-up. Pulling up just your body weight. Starting from the bottom, pulling yourself up and over the bar. Up, over the bar. Now, same thing with the push-ups, you can do negatives as you try to progress. So a negative, you might want something like a box or a step to elevate you. And what you would do is you would jump to the top of the pull-up position and slowly go down as slow as you possibly can. What you're doing with negatives is you're literally creating little micro tears in your muscles, and the slower you go, the more you make, and the more of those tears you have, the more your body has to rebuild, repair, and improve to make stronger. Again, my name is David. Happy Fitness Friday, everyone. Have fun with your functional lifts, getting your upper body strength. See you next time, guys.